and welcome to Cardwell Farms. We are fixing to do a garden update video. I'm super excited for y'all to see the progress. It's growing. So here we go. Okay, here we go. Start here, work our way that way, finish off over there. Okay, this is our eggplant, and most of these are mini eggplants. Actually, all of them but two are. These two way down here. This little one and this guy are both Casper. And then this is actually a loofah plant, which a lot of people don't know. That's what originally loofahs were made of, was a cucumber variety called loofah plant. Okay, so here's these. We've got some eggplants on there. And then recently I found out that these were an Asian variety of mini eggplant. They grow so far really good in this Texas heat. Of course, I've mentioned before we have really sandy soil. I just watered, so everything looks really good. Here's some tomatoes. Ooh, look, there's a couple that are fixing to be picked. Beautiful. Here we go. There's a couple more. They're fixing to be picked. We have some mushroom basket. Those are large red cherry. And then there's some more mushroom basket. Here we go down here. And here, there's some big mushroom basket. This one's loaded down with fruit. So y'all can see. Okay, and then we'll go over to our okra. I absolutely love okra blooms. I think they're so pretty. Mix that in. There we go. And then we actually have a lot of okra we've harvested. I tend to snip off the branch after I harvest. As you can see, I've harvested from this one quite a bit. This one as well. And that one's getting close to harvest. I might actually harvest it today. They grow so fast that if you leave them about that size one day, you come back the next day and they're possibly too big. So I might harvest that today. And then here we have a grape plant, which we sprinkled with a natural fertilizer and pesticide. We tried to stay all natural here. We so far have not had to stray from that this year. Grasshoppers are pretty bad though, even after spraying. We have some. Get off of there. And then, if you see all those, we got another bloom. Very pretty. Okay, let's go on down. There's some Roma tomatoes that are very close to being done. Maybe tomorrow or the next day. Some large red cherry tomatoes. This one's loaded down. Some more Romas, some more cherries, some more mushroom basket. Maybe you can see. And we have those ones that we already saw. We have a row of Tomatillo, which this one's almost dead. It was the first one planted, so I assumed it would be the first one to go. Here we go. And I've actually already harvested about 4 pounds of tomatillos just off of these alone. And as you can see, there's still a whole bunch left that aren't quite ready yet. Back to okra. We have 3 rows of okra. Another really pretty bloom. Okay, and this is a mix of different sweet corns. We got some that are probably close to being harvested. I have harvested one stalk or one cob off already from these. Then I have some lettuce. This lettuce did really well for us this year, so I'm letting it go to seed. I'm going to harvest the seed and then replant for a fall crop. Then here we have dill, which I actually have really enjoyed having. I wasn't a big dill fan before, but growing it and having it fresh is so much better than having it from the grocery store dehydrated or whatnot. And here is the borage. As y'all can see, it's still going strong. It does have a lot of closed blooms, which will probably drop seed. But it has a lot of open ones too. Let's see. Very pretty. Attracting a lot of pollinators there. We have some more Tomatillo, which this is a different variety. I'm not really sure which variety. Some of them we took from Walmart Tomatillos, and then some of them we actually bought seed for. This is some sweet curly basil. It's doing really good. I've taken so much off of it and dehydrated some, used some in cooking. This is a Thai basil. And that little thing down there is supposed to be an organic bell pepper plant. We'll see. It's been there for, at least a month and a half, 2 months. And it really hasn't made much progress. We got some more tomatoes right here. And then we have some New Zealand spinach, which is doing really good. Even though it's been so hot, we've been pushing 100 for, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. Then down at the end is some catnip. There we go. Go down here. So, most of our rows of tomatoes have some trellising, as you can see, and it's done really well. This row, I waited too long, and now I really think the plants are too big. I feel like I'm going to break branches if I trellis them. So I haven't, I've just let them go natural. As you can see, they fall over into the walkway, which is why I will not be doing this next year. I'll make sure to have trellising up. But there are quite a few tomatoes in there. There we go. There's some more. There's quite a bit, actually. I almost want to say I got more out of these than I did the ones with the trellising. Some of these are on the ground, but that is okay. So I will be preserving them versus keeping them raw. And here we have a cucumber plant. This one is a Ashley cucumber. It's our first year trying them. They've done okay. I've gotten just a few cucumbers off of it. I think maybe 3 or 4. These are some transplants that are transplanted late. They're Tomatillo and 2 tomatoes. There's another Ashley cucumber. And here we have the Blue Lake bush beans. Now, these are like very close to being pulled out. We've gotten, I don't know, 3 or 4 pounds of green beans off of them. They've been really productive for us. I come through and I harvest every day green beans. You can see those. These ones were planted about a week after the first ones, so they're a little behind, but That's okay. It's so hot outside. I think it's probably like 95 to 100 right now outside and pretty humid. These are our Bulldor melons. You can see, oh, got 2 melons right there. Let's see. Another one starting. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Right there. We got another one right here. And another one right there. That one's doing really good. We have more. This one's got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 melons. There's another Ashley cucumber plant. Another one. And then this one's probably got like 4 melons on it. It's growing a little slower. Here we have some butternut squash growing in there. Quite a few. We have some blue Gerardo pumpkin plants. They're forming pumpkins for us. You see that big one over there? Zoom in for you. That one is growing well. That's another butternut squash. And this is another blue Gerardo pumpkin. Right there. Pretty big. And we only planted 5 blue Gerardo pumpkin seeds that I got from a trade, and every single one has a pumpkin on it so far. So I'm happy with those. Every one came up, which is also awesome. I don't exactly know what this one is yet. I want to say it's a spaghetti squash, but it hasn't put off any fruit yet. This one was supposed to be spaghetti squash, but I harvested off a huge melon or zucchini looking squash. It was green, so I don't know what it is, but we'll eat it. Those are spaghetti squash transplants for like a staggered harvest. Oh, here's one of those green ones I was talking about. They get way bigger than this. But as you can see, they're green and striped like zucchini. So we'll see how they taste. Here's a couple more of those melon plants down here. They've all got melons on them. And it's a honeydew variety. It's called Bulldor melon. My husband had them from like a 2013 pack of seeds. Then we have some morning glories. Some pinto beans, which are about to be harvested. As you can see, they're dying back, so the seed pods should be full. Most of them, at least. We have another borage plant. Some more of that freckled lettuce that we're letting go to seed. Here's some more tomato plants. As you can see, that one's looking close to harvest. We'll probably harvest it today before it gets too red. And let it finish out at the house. Got multiple tomatoes in here and over there. Okay, we'll head on over this way. This is some lettuce. I want to say it's a butter crunch variety. I sprinkled multiple seeds over here in this patch, and nothing really came up except that and those 2 beautiful looking kale or mustards or whatever they are. They taste really good. This is our potato patch. They're starting to die back. Got a couple in here that are dyed back, so we'll probably be harvesting potatoes in the next week. I think you're supposed to leave them for 2 weeks before you harvest. We have a couple of sweet potatoes coming up. Right there. And this one. And then some of these are russet. Some of these are red, I think red Lesota potatoes. So those should be really good. And then there's some gold Yukon. These are onions. I don't know what variety these are. We'll never get them again. We got them from Harbor Freight and they were on special and we figured why not. We transplanted them in the fall for onions and they just have not done well. They're really hard and I'm wondering if maybe they were a bunching onion. But this one's going to seed, so I'm going to let it go to seed. And then I'm going to harvest the seed and try to grow some from seed. These are the same purchase. As you can see, these are not doing well either. They're huge in the green section, but they're really hard. So we're probably not going to eat them, honestly. We have some more onions. These ones are doing really good. We've already harvested most of them. We bought like 5 bundles, $1.79 each, and planted them, and we've harvested most of them. And we have our popcorn. We took these from Clancy's popcorn kernels, and we just soaked them for like 3 hours, and then planted them in rows. And as you can see, they have all come up pretty well and are flinting. I think that's the word, flinting. So we have some coming out already. Look at this pretty tassel. It's like purple. And our amaranth, this is red Garnet Amaranth. It's done pretty well. I'm just excited that we got some to grow because we have been trying to do that for years and have not succeeded. So these over here, I don't know if you can hear me, my husband's weed eating. I think they're Tomatillo, but it's weird that they're so tiny. None of the husks are like bigger than that. And so I'm thinking maybe they're gooseberry, but when I opened one up yesterday expecting it to be a gooseberry orange, it was not orange. So I don't know what happened. Right here we have one of those melons. My husband obviously picked up the vine and rearranged it for me. And then these are black-eyed peas. These are the pods at the ends here. See, there's a bunch of them. And we're just letting those go a little longer. They'll get really long and then we'll harvest them. There's some more black-eyed peas coming up, all on this row. Some bigger ones down there. Here we have our watermelon, which is a sugar baby. I have not seen any melons forming yet on these ones. Oh, there's one just starting out. Right there. See, those are the female flowers. They have the melons on them. And then these guys are the male flowers. See them? Those ones, I guess, are honestly just there to attract pollinators. There's some more sugar baby watermelon. There's more black-eyed peas. This one I don't know if it was the ants that got it or what, but it split, completely split in 3 in the center. And I'm really surprised that that part is still growing. This part's pretty much dying. Okay, here we have a sweet Bantam corn. It's a fast-growing variety. I think it harvests in 68 days from seed. And we sprinkled some natural pesticide on it from the grasshoppers. They were getting it pretty bad, and honestly, the leaves look really good now. They are curling a little bit, but I'm just going to water them in a minute. Here we have some loofah, that I'm so excited about. Those ones that I showed you before were actually planted like 2 weeks before these were. I started these 3 indoors and transplanted them out when they were just had 2 leaves. So that was obviously a better method than the direct seeding. These are some Market More cucumbers. And they go all the way up this row here. We have some volunteers from last year's garden, and I'm 99.9% sure they are Bulldor melon. See, they reseed really easy. There's another one. And then this is my husband's new addition to the garden. These are black-eyed pea sprouts. There we go. There's some more. He's got quite a bit. His rows did a lot better than mine. Let's not fight about why, but his rows did so much better. Those are okra down there. They did really good. See little okras. He's got hundreds on this row. Harvesting is going to be so fun. There's some more of those Market More cucumbers. I really want to say they have done better so far than the Ashley cucumbers. And then here we go to our Sentinel peach plant. We have not gotten any peaches off of it. This is our first year having it in the ground. But as you can see, it's doing really, really good. We got that from Bobby, which is my husband's sister, my sister-in-law. She got that for us for Christmas, which was awesome. And then we have these 2 barrels. I just planted 4 Space Master cucumbers, which are supposed to be a bush variety. I'm super excited about those. We've heard such good things about them. Like people having like 60 cucumbers on one plant. This is our pear tree. It's a Bradford pear. No, not Bradford. Bartlett pear. We got that from, where did we get that from? Tractor Supply? Yeah, Tractor Supply. And then there are my couple of garden beans, contender garden beans. I planted others, but they did not come up, so I'm still giving them some time to catch up. But yeah, thank y'all so much for joining us on this garden tour. If y'all have any questions about any of the things that were talked about, any varieties, just any questions really, whatever y'all want to learn about, I'm here to help y'all. So give us a like, a subscribe, hit that bell if you want to be updated on our videos. We're posting a couple a week at this point. But yeah, thank y'all for joining Cardwell Farms. We'll see y'all next time. Bye. One last thing, I want to show y'all our new steers. I actually learned how to band castrate the other day. My animal science teacher, Mr. Vance Christie, he showed me, and we got these two steers and got them started with their bands. But I'm going to show y'all them. Here they are. There's two of them. This one, if you hear a loud cow mooing, that is its mama. Her name is Strawberry. So this one, still trying to figure out a name. I think I like Brutus. I think that's what I'm going to name him. And then this one over there, he's a little smaller. They're roughly right around the same age. I want to say this one is a week younger. I'm not going to get too close behind them because they haven't been super socialized. I have gotten each of them to eat a cube out of my hand, which has been cool. But yeah, they're not very socialized. They've made some quick work of their pen. This stuff, I don't know if you can see that tall weed right there. All of this grass used to be about that height, except for some small parts. Let's see if I can get good. Hi, sweet boy. No, yeah, it's okay. We're working on it. Every day I try to feed them a couple cubes each out of my hand because I want them to get used to me, even though they will be in the freezer at some point, and maybe a couple other people's freezers as well. We got them from my husband's dad. We bought them from him, so hopefully we can give them some of the meat for Christmas. As y'all know, beef prices are climbing like crazy. I'm actually going to walk y'all over to see the other cows. So let's see who's all up. I don't see most of the calves. Oh, well, maybe. Okay. Hi. So there's Strawberry. As you can tell which one she is. The one to the left of her is our bull. These two are some of the most recent additions, as long as that gray one back there and the red one on the right. The red one on the left is the red one on the right's calf, whom's about the same size as her. She's almost a year, I think. And then we have a couple more calves over there laying down. I'll get a little closer so you can see. Hi guys. What are y'all doing? I'm gonna bring y'all some food in just a minute. They're all waiting. We actually have them blocked off on this side. Elsa here is the only one that lets me pet on her. This bull's being kind of territorial right now, so I'll probably back off. I don't want to make him mad and have him break through the barbed wire fence and attack me. But just wanted to show y'all what we have going on. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell, and you'll get some updates on our future videos. Woo! Bye!